what's up everybody out there in Cyberland? This is the Grateful Chef, episode 10. And we are going to be smoking with the Grateful Chef today. My wife bought me a beautiful smoker for my birthday, so we're going to test it out today. Now the first thing we're going to do, we got our charcoal in here. This is basically what they call a chimney starter. What I did on the bottom, I just wrapped 2 rings of paper in a circle, put it in here, get some air in there. I'm going to give this a good fire up here. Remember, when you're smoking meats, you can't smoke all day unless you start in the morning. Here we go. So this is going to take a little while to get started. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have ready. Now, to smoke the meats, basically I'm making a brisket today with some chicken thighs. You might say, well, why are you using chicken thighs? Well, the chicken thighs will actually go on top and the meat will be on the bottom, and we have a nice fat slab on each piece of meat that we're going to use, and we're going to go fat side up, and that's going to actually, with the help of the chicken fat, it's actually going to make the meat very moist. Now the other thing that's going to make the meat very moist is last night I made a pickling solution. So I basically took my briskets, put them in water, filled it about 3/4 of the way up. I put some apple cider vinegar. I put a cup of peppercorns, a cup of cilantro seeds. I put half a cup of mustard seeds. We have some salt. Very important, the salt is actually going to loosen up all those tendons and ligaments that are running through the meat, and it's going to make it not only juicy, but it's going to break down all that tendon tissue, and it's going to make it very, very tender. That's the secret. We also put a little sugar in there and some juniper berries. We let it sit overnight. When you take the meat out, you got to give it a good rinse. We are really smoking on the Grateful Chef today. Alright, so we're going to let these coals go for a little bit, and then I'll show you how to set the smoker up, and when we come back we're going to get ready to smoke some meat. Hang with me, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Grateful Chef, everyone. We're smoking today. We got a brisket and some chicken thighs that we're going to do. So you can see I put my little chimney smoker. I got my coals going. Now the next thing we're going to do, I have some cherry wood that's been soaking for an hour, and obviously very important to get this stuff soaked because that's where all our smoke's going to go. And we're just going to get a couple of handfuls right into the fire. Beautiful. Now we're going to put our water in, and basically this is about 3/4 of the way full, and what it is it's water, and I put just a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there. It's going to really help the flavor. Now I got my first grate. And now we're going to put our brisket. And basically the brisket and the chicken, what I did, I seasoned it just like I would my rib recipe, remember a while back. And what we're going to do is fat side up. All those goodies in there. Scrape this out. Use your hands. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Nice. Beautiful. Now we're going to add our second grate, and this is going to be used for our chicken. Like I said earlier, the chicken, excuse me, is actually going to serve, not only is it going to taste great, of course, but it's also going to serve and it's going to moisturize all that meat that we have down there. All this little bit of fat from the chicken is going to melt down onto the meat, as well as the fat cap that we have on the brisket. Put this right here. Okay, so we're all ready. Now we're going to put our cover on, and we're going to let this go for about 4.5, 5 hours. And about every half hour, I'm going to add a little bit more wood chips, a little bit more charcoal. So when you come back, I'll see you in 4 hours. That's basically a second set of a Dead Show. Throw on a DVD, and we'll be talking to you in about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Hang with me. This is the Grateful Chef, episode 10. We're doing smoked brisket and smoked chicken thighs. I will see you in 4 hours. Welcome back to The Grateful Chef, everybody. Episode 10. We got smoked brisket and smoked chicken thighs. So let's check it out. Everything's done. Take these thighs off. They look absolutely beautiful. Now remember, about every half hour, 45 minutes, I was adding a handful of charcoal and a handful of wood chips. Now this is the first time I smoked anything here as far as the meat goes. So I want to pass along what I learned today with you guys. We kind of did it together. It's kind of cool. And what I realized was the cherry wood chips that I used, that I had soaked, they were actually a little too small. So next time I'm going to go with a bigger size. I won't have to add them as much. Little tip for that we can share together that I learned while we were doing this today. Now here's the money shot right here. Here's our briskets. And you know what? We're going to treat this meat the exact way we would treat a roast coming out of the oven or anything that we're cooking on the grill. We're going to let it sit. I'm going to put a little tin foil over the top of it, let it sit for 10 minutes. All those juices are going to go back into the meat. We're going to slice it up and we're going to eat it. It's going to be absolutely great. Episode 10. Don't forget to check out the website, GratefulChef.com. That's www.gratefulchef.com. Bunch of recipes, all the videos are on there, as well as the YouTube stuff. Hang with me, we're going to slice this up in 10 minutes. Alright, we're back at the Grateful Chef. It's carving time. Now always remember, with this style of meat, the grain is going this way, so we want to go against the grain. Oh, it's so tender. Look at that. Oh, so proud of myself. You got that nice smoke ring that all the big barbecue guys want to look for. See that nice smoke ring going on there? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 10 on The Grateful Chef. I want to say thanks to my wife and Mike and my nice apron. Remember, it's all about the sizzle. Check out GratefulChef.com for all the recipes and all the videos. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging with me.
Bye.